All righty. What's going on?
Hey, what's up? How's it going?
Hey, hey, I'm good, man. I'm good, man. You know how it is.
Yeah, man. It sound like we're having some technical. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, that's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
we're having a little bit
Yeah,
of
felt like a little delay.
technical difficulties.
Yeah, felt like a little delay. Look like it's all right.
Yeah, I think it's all right. Yeah. So election night in America.
Oh yeah.
What's the? Yeah.
Look, man. Look. It seemed like it took forever and 4 years to get here.
I know. I know.
Man, let me tell you, man. Man, this has been one of the most interesting election seasons in history.
Yeah, I would not disagree with that.
I mean, it look. It's like 100 days ago, Joe Biden was running for office.
I know, I know. Look, like I say, and there was an assassination attempt on President Trump. That's how fast the news is. You know what I mean? Well, I
Yeah,
guess the how fast events transpire in a election.
yeah, man. But look, before we dive into it too much, we got any shout outs before we dive too deep into it?
Oh, I will say, yeah, actually, our niece,
Oh, yeah,
Jordan. Jordan.
yeah.
Jordan is she accepted a track scholarship, so she's going to be going to the University of North Carolina in Charlotte. So congratulations to
Yeah.
Jordan.
Yeah, following her mom's footsteps.
Yeah, yeah. So congratulations, Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I have one acknowledgement
Okay.
to get out the way uh uh in reference to my fraternity. Uh 32 years ago tomorrow, uh the me and my line brothers, prophets of the new order, uh I guess the new process, we crossed over into Phi Beta Sigma.
Oh, okay.
Um, oh
Okay.
yeah, man, Rodney Sproul, number one, number two, Jamel Jenkins, three, Jake Ford, four, Mark Braxton, five, yours truly, and number six, Dale Hubert. So just want to give a shout out to my line brothers. Love you
Okay.
guys, and I'll be thinking about you guys tomorrow.
Okay. Good deal.
All right.
Let's
Yeah.
see. Yeah. Give a shout out. Yeah.
All
So it
right.
looks like we're getting some election results in already.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, before and also yes,
Oh, go ahead.
listen, people, I see people on line. If you have any questions, any comments, please shoot it. Me and my brother definitely um, respond and get to you and all that good stuff. All right, all right. So, so yeah, man. But
Something.
we were saying, man, yeah, this election season, man, it's been different. Um, of course, it's hotly contested. A lot of emotions on both sides.
Yeah.
Um, I think that this is our system. This is how it's been for a while, good or bad. Um, like you said, there are in a country of 300 and 340 some million people, um, two choices.
Yeah.
uh, nobody's going to be satisfied.
No.
Not everybody's
No.
going to be satisfied. It's impossible. Um, but this is what we have. So I mean, your choice is only good as your options.
No.
So
Yeah. You're definitely true with that. That is definitely true.
yeah. So we're
Uh.
definitely going to do our best to break down and uh, see what we have.
Yeah. So one quick thing. Um. I think some people will be surprised to see while some of the results in some of the states is going to take a long time for those to come in. And
Mm,
particularly, I want to talk about Pennsylvania.
mm,
So, and we can compare Pennsylvania to Florida. In
mm.
Florida, the legislator in Florida said that absentee ballots, once they come in, they can start processing them right away. They can start counting them right away. That's why Florida will probably be one of the states that's going to be called first. One of the big states that's called first, and that's why they're going to have their results in. Unlike 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 Florida, Pennsylvania cannot
Yeah,
start counting their votes, absentee ballots, until 7 o'clock on the day of the election.
yeah.
So before people
And
start talking about fraud and all this stuff, let's understand that um, the way that votes are counted and tabulated, it is different in all 50 states.
yeah, Yeah, and it's one unique thing about Pennsylvania is that normally in a lot of states there is a uniform process across the state of tabulating and counting votes.
Yeah.
Um, in Pennsylvania, uh, different counties have different methods, right?
Yes.
And so, and I really think some people say that the legislation put that in place to make things seem so discombobulated, but that's their process.
Yes.
But one of my homeboys made a good point. He said that whenever you don't know how something works or a process works, everything is a conspiracy theory.
Correct.
So
Correct.
yeah, so people are crying fraud or all these kind of things. But if you ask them how the process works, how the electoral college works, how those things work, um, they don't know.
Yeah.
So then, okay, it's a conspiracy theory
Yeah.
then.
Exactly. Just because you don't know, don't mean you don't know how something works. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's not making a conspiracy theory. So.
But the problem is that you have it's one thing we don't know how something works and you have a conspiracy theory. But what happens is you have credible, well, not credible, you have news sources or news outlets that are uh, dedicated to putting out misinformation or disinformation.
Correct.
Um, and so what happens is you have people in an echo chamber and they're hearing all these isolated incidents of, oh, this bag of votes was left here and what have you, and
Yeah.
so they take it and run with it. But like I say, it's like compared to other countries, the United States has one of the most secure and efficient, excuse me, uh, election processes on earth.
Okay.
Um,
Look,
and,
let me
yes,
interrupt something real quick because I'm looking at
yeah,
some on Twitter that you
yeah,
know that there were some bomb threats today in Georgia, in Fulton
yeah,
County, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, DeKalb County,
the
where
cap,
right
yeah.
now 5 more polling places in DeKalb County have received bomb threats, so they suspended voting. Yeah, and
Yeah.
earlier today they said that the bomb threats in Fulton County and DeKalb County and Cobb County, it was perpetrated by the Russians.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, somebody's gonna say it's a hoax. All
yeah.
right.
And
So,
then Donald Trump is saying on Twitter right now that Philadelphia and Detroit, heavy law enforcement is there trying to say that there's massive cheating going on in Philadelphia. So it's just,
I mean,
yeah,
it's and and
yeah,
I try, man. I try.
yeah,
And the problem is that when information like this is put out,
yeah,
especially about yeah, there's always counties. And if you notice the theme, there's always counties where there are heavy populations of Afro Americans or people of color,
correct,
where it's cheating,
exactly,
right?
exactly,
And and I get it. We only have two options. That's your only option. But Trump has to understand that there are elements of his base. He understands this. There are elements of his base that sincerely believe this stuff. And if the result comes out that he lost, you have people that'll probably show up at state capitals during the certification process with guns trying
mm-mm,
to stop the process
correct, correct,
because of things like this. And this is how when people say fascism and things of that nature, the first thing that they do is they try to undermine the institutions that we have.
mm-hmm,
Um, like I said before, when did we have all these issues about people saying voter fraud, voter this, voter that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, now all of a sudden everything is conspiracy, right?
Correct. Correct.
And so, yeah, and so it reminds me, what's the thing? Some people would rather burn everything down and rule over the ashes.
Yeah.
So, so yeah, that's unfortunate. And like I said, my friends, my good friends and family members that support Trump, that's your prerogative because this is a democracy,
Yes.
and it's your choice, right? No argument there. But if you are an intellectually honest person and you understand this experiment called the United States in its 200 and something years of this democracy with all its flaws and things of that nature, you have to, in your heart of hearts, understand that if your guy is undermining the Constitution and undermining the institutions by doing this, what do you think he's going to do when you get in office? And so when I ask my red-blooded Americans whose Constitution, we the people, all this stuff, my question
Hmm.
is, are you loyal to the Constitution or are you loyal to Mr. Trump?
Yeah.
Because the two candidates, there are clear as far as their differences, clear.
Correct.
But only one candidate is literally trying to undermine the system of government that we live under. So we'll leave it at that.
Yeah. It's. We'll see what happens. I think that like I say, we want people to vote, regardless of
Yeah, yeah,
who the candidate is.
yeah.
Uh, but what I will say is, don't come to me no more talking about values. You know
Oh,
what I mean? Espousing values and morality. And when you vote for someone that's twice impeached, found liable in court for rape, uh, and also that's the people that's in his inner circle. Um, so just say it's about the issues. Don't talk to me about morality anymore.
don't talk to me about conservative. Don't
Yeah,
talk to me about conservative Christian values.
yeah,
My good evangelical friends, you lost a lot of credibility trying to get that dog to hunt.
yes,
Yes, say it's about the issues or whatever. But and I think I mentioned this before, and this another issue that needs to bear mention. Um, there are people, man, who sincerely, sincerely believe that Mr. Trump was sent by God to save America.
yes,
And so, and so, uh, of course, they look at Trump through a Christian nationalistic lens, you know. But he's sent here to save America from all these ills. So what happens is that uh, all those shortcomings that he have and everything, uh, they will try to use their religion or scripture, whatever, to kind of filter it out on the other side to make it palatable, as you say.
yes,
But at the end of the day, yeah, say it's about taxes or inflation or whatever you have, but please don't you have uh, lost the right or the argument of the Christian conservative values
correct.
when the person who's the head of your party has all of these glaring shortcomings.
Yeah,
you know.
Yep.
So that part, yeah. But yeah, these two teams, man. Like I said, like I said, this is interesting. Both of them had an interesting close, had great close. No, I'm gonna say great. They had closing arguments, as you say, and
You think they
the
had
the,
you
the
think they had interesting closing arguments or
uh no, no. I
the
think one one was on message,
okay.
and one was on message, and one was consistent.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Consistent. So, and one thing about and I before I get to Kamala Harris, um, one thing about Mr. Trump, he is gonna he's gonna do it his way. If
Yeah.
his if his advisors are saying, um, "Hey, tone it down, focus on this here," you might want to. No, he's gonna do it his way,
Yeah.
regardless. And I think that one crucial, if he loses this election, that's if he loses. I think one crucial mistake that he made was when he uh, took the professionals out and put his daughter-in-law over the
The RNC.
ground game apparatus on RNC. And what happened is you pushed out all of these seasoned experts, um, who know how to run these ground game operations. Um, I think that may, uh, after it's all is said and done, if he happens to lose, that would definitely be maybe a deciding factor.
Yeah.
Instead of letting the experts do what they're supposed to do, um, you bring in your daughter-in-law to run the RNC, uh, and without the expertise and experience to run these types of campaigns.
Well, I think that it was also about the um, how they allocate the fundraising dollars because
Say it again.
if
Say
you
it
look
again.
at what if you look at what's reported, the majority of the money that people are donating is going to his legal fund. And
That's
so
right.
when you look at, I saw something interesting about the, um, what do you call it, the ground game
Yeah.
that tip that, and I'm still surprised that I'm looking at some of the results come in now. I'm still pretty surprised um, that it was as close as it is based on the ground game. I'm an unaffiliated voter, and within the last week, every call that I received was people who were supporting Harris. I
Yeah.
did not get one phone call for someone that was supporting a Trump Vance ticket.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my phone was inundated. I with Harris now on the state level, I got text in reference to, look, I just got one in right now. Harris polling locations start to close soon. Yeah. Just one just came in. No, I have on the state level, um I got, something from Republican, but on the national thing, no, it's only been uh the Harris ticket putting it out. And look, and maybe they're thinking about 2016, um, because in 2016 there was no ground game, right?
Yeah,
Uh, the Democrats had oodles of money and organization and all this stuff like that. They had this, and Trump still won.
well,
But
because he got all
we
that
got
free media coverage.
yeah, that's right.
So
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
2016. I mean, look, even
yeah,
even 2016, 2020, and this
yeah.
election. I mean, the the airwaves in terms of the networks, cable networks, is Trump all day. I mean, so what? I guess from his standpoint, why would I? Why would he spend all this money? He get all this free press, and also Fox
That's
News.
true.
So,
Yeah. No, no, he has a de facto. He has definitely has a de facto uh, news network.
oh,
Yeah.
excuse me. Yeah.
So what you think, man? With Kamala Harris and how she ran her campaign. Uh, what are your thoughts on that?
I think she ran as good a campaign as she could based on the amount of time that she had.
Uh,
Yes.
yeah,
Um, because, like I say, when you think about it, when was it? When was the Democratic National Convention? Or better
man,
yet,
what
when did Joe Biden decided he wasn't running?
was that? What
Um,
July, August? I think I remember August.
yeah,
August.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
and yeah, you're right. And the truth be told, man, because I gotta call a spade a spade. A lot of the issues uh, with the Democratic Party in reference to Joe Biden's campaign uh, is actually of his own doing because he didn't keep his word. Because you remember when he ran against Trump the first time, he said, "My plan is to come in, stabilize things from the crazy
yes,
Trump, right? Stabilize things. When I get in office, stabilize, get us back on track, and we're going to groom somebody to move on to run for president 4 years later."
yes,
What Biden didn't keep his word. Go look it up. Biden decided to hold on, and as what happens when people get power, they don't want to let it go sometimes.
yeah,
Um, he decided to run again, clearly thinking he could win, but clearly uh, there were some cognitive delays. There were some issues there. It was you couldn't deny it. That's not. I mean, I'm not trying to be whatever. You couldn't deny it. So if Biden would have followed the plan, the original plan, uh, start grooming someone else to run 4 years later when he came in, even if it was Kamala Harris, whoever it would be, um, that's what they should have done. But now, nevertheless, that's where we are. I will tell you, I did not when he stepped down. I literally thought, he had stepped down. I think Trump was going into the RNC with the fist pump.
hmm,
He was as high as could be. The Republicans looked unbeatable at the time.
yeah,
Um, and I think that I didn't that switch to Kamala. First of all, the timing was brilliant.
yeah,
The timing was brilliant, of course. But other than that, I really didn't think uh, she had a chance. It was just too late in the game and all those good things. But a testament to her ground game, her organization, because when she stepped in within a week or two, like you said, like a day or two is a lifetime in politics.
yes,
Within a week or two, it was as if she was running the entire time. It's amazing how these new normals come in, and so here we are on election night.
yeah. And I, I, I don't know who's gonna win. I mean, that's just a. I mean, I remember 2016. I went to bed thinking it was Hillary, and then I woke up the next morning. And I'm like, what in the world just happened? I mean,
Look, uh, look, look. So here's the crazy thing. When I knew Trump could win, I knew Trump could win in 2016. I knew he could win about maybe a month or two before November. Um,
also,
Brexit. First thing, Brexit, right? Uh, second thing I knew was the issue when, and I think Joanne sent me the text too, and she said, "Uh-oh, the crazies are coming out." People don't remember when Donald Trump made Steve Bannon his campaign manager that time. The uh, the from Breitbart News.
uh,
Um,
yes,
that was a clear indication that he was going to reach out to those fringe white nationalists to bring them into the fold. Second thing, another thing. Shout out to my friends. He used to be a newspaper reporter for Jacksonville Daily News. His name is Michael Todd.
hmm,
He called me. He actually interviewed Trump. Trump had in 2016, he had a rally in Wilmington, and Michael Todd called me. He said, "James, man, let me tell you, the crowd was full of the ruckus. Everybody's ready to vote." He said, "This guy has something going on here, and it's kind of scary. The energy was
Yeah.
scary, per
Hmm.
se." But so there was an undercurrent uh, that made this possible, and also take in consideration that he was running against a person um, that had been in the game for so long. You know, people just didn't like Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
But even with all that in, people forget, even with all that, he only won by about 80,000 votes between three states,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And still, Hillary Clinton, more people voted for Hillary Clinton than voted for him, the popular vote. So Trump has never ran an election where he actually won the popular vote,
No.
correct?
No.
So, so more Americans uh, did not vote for him, but that's our electoral college system, right? And some people say it needs to be done away with. It all depends.
Yeah, it all depends.
Yeah,
Let's see what's going on. Florida is at 65% reporting, and right now it's, let me see, Florida 69% reporting. We'll see what happens.
yeah. When you think those numbers gonna really start coming in?
I don't think it'll start coming in until probably around 8, 9. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
man.
I'm not sure. We'll see how long we're gonna be on.
Yeah, that's true.
I I
Who's
want to
on
see. I want to
who
see what's happening in. I mean, really, uh, North Carolina polls close at
North
8.
Carolina? North Carolina
So
close. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for.
that's
That's
what.
what I'm waiting
Yeah,
for.
I'm waiting for North Carolina. Yeah.
Hey, who's that online so we can give a shout out right quick?
Uh, let's see. I'm not able to see.
Yeah. Hey people, wave or say hello or something so we can know who you are.
Yeah, put a thumbs up in the chat so we can see who you are.
Also, throw a question out if you have it. Yeah.
Let me see. Let me go to. Let me see. Maybe I can see who it is. Let's see.
Now, if they don't want to say that's good, then that's good.
Yeah. No. Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah.
Let me see. Boys.
But what you think about the electoral college system, man? Do
I.
you think
I.
it should
I
be done
will.
away with?
Um. Well.
What
I.
what,
I don't. I
what
don't know. I don't know.
yeah.
Mark Thompson.
What, oh, my man Mark, what's up, Mr. Thompson? My man.
Yeah.
That's my man. Well, yes, the math teacher at our school, man. That's my man right there.
Okay.
We crack it up. Yeah.
All right.
Um, the the electoral college. Um, so we have to look at why it was put in place, right? So when you look at the why, that informs things, right?
Yes.
And I always say is that um, when the Constitutional Convention was held in Philadelphia, I think 1787. Um, the reason why the Constitutional Convention even came about is because our first government, the Articles of Confederation, fell apart, right? Because it didn't have power to enforce, and what happened? People were starting to riot. Uh, this thing called Shays Rebellion up in Massachusetts,
Yes.
where these poor farmers went and wanted to cause some ruckus. So they said, okay, we got to have a stronger government to protect our property rights, right? So when they got there in Philadelphia, in this here after it was ratified, uh, there's this thing called the Fellers Papers, and the main reason why the Electoral College was put in place is because uh, people like Hamilton, Madison, John Jay, Washington, all these wealthy people, they did not trust uneducated people who made up the majority, right? They didn't trust them to make a sound decision. They think they thought they would elect somebody who was crazy, what have you. Nevertheless, they put the electoral college one of the reasons in place as a safeguard against that, right? Uh, so fast forward to today, I really, I really don't think personally, I don't think the electoral college is needed. I think that because think about it, we live in North Carolina, right?
Yes.
Uh, there, the majority, the majority wins the governorship, right?
Yes.
We don't need electors assigned to each county based on population to make the decision for governor. So, and we definitely don't need it. I don't think we need it to elect our president because here's what happens. Uh, uh, what's the state? Wyoming, right? Nobody campaigns in Wyoming, right? They're Americans too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
One thing about getting rid of the electoral college, you like who? Donald Trump was in Kinston, right? They come to North Carolina, Pennsylvania, all these states, right? Go
Yes.
campaign in Wyoming, campaign in South Dakota. You know, so
Somebody just
so
sent me a text and said that it looks like they called the governor's race in North Carolina, but I don't see anything. North Carolina governor's race.
they called it governor's race, North Carolina.
Yeah, someone just said that, but I don't see anything.
I haven't seen anything either.
Yeah.
That's kind of early. Being the polls don't close at 8 o'clock.
Well, I yeah, I don't know.
But I guess projections, yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I met Mark Robinson a few weeks ago.
Yes.
in,
Hold
in,
on.
in Michelle Morrow.
Yes. Hold on for a second. I'm trying to figure out where they're seeing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't see anything. So what happens if Trump loses North Carolina?
Well, see, here's the thing. They have these things that is the pathway to 270,
Yes.
right? Uh, and I've heard people say they could uh, if he loses North Carolina, uh, that's not a good sign for his team, right? But here's the thing. Let's say
Yeah.
hypothetically, let's say Trump loses North Carolina, Georgia, all the battleground states. Let's say Trump loses every state. Do you think Trump is going to concede tonight?
Well, he had a press conference today, and well, not a press conference, but he made a statement and said that he'll be the first one to concede as long as there's no cheating.
he he just said it was cheating. Did he
Oh
just
boy.
tweet? Did he just tweet and say it was cheating?
I'm like, he said Philadelphia and Detroit heavy law enforcement. I'm like,
Man, this is
let's see.
look.
A lot of talk about massive cheating in Philadelphia, law enforcement coming. Yeah.
Hey, put up what that guy from the guy you have that thing with the guy from Philadelphia said.
What?
F
What was
around and
that?
find out the gentleman who talked about people coming in trying to threaten and undermine. But he's not speaking to us, man. He's speaking to his audience.
Correct.
So and like I said, Detroit to my African American brethren and sisters who support Mr. Trump for whatever reason. Um, you know, uh, you know, he always says is always cheating in places that look like you. The majority of people look like you.
Yeah.
Uh, do you think that's problematic?
Well, we're talking about the president. What about the House and the Senate?
I think the Democrats may be poised to take the House. The Senate may be a little iffy, but you know what? It's hard to say because you know what happens at the top of the ballot definitely impacts what goes on down ballot. So it's definitely hard to say.
Yeah.
Have you seen anything else about North Carolina being called?
No, I'm looking right now. Um,
Okay.
well, not being called. I'm trying to figure out how did
I mean,
they. I'm not sure.
yeah,
Let's see.
yeah. Nope, I
So,
haven't heard any. I don't see anything. So other than the presidential election, what other elections do you think are having an impact?
well, I want to see what happens between Ted Cruz and Colin Allred in Texas.
Whoa, yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting
Yeah.
because I think last time Ted Cruz barely beat what's his name? What was the gentleman's name? Was it Beto?
Uh, was it?
What was that
Yeah, I
guy's
think it
name?
was. I think it was Beto.
Yeah. Now Texas has been moving purple for a long time,
It has
but they
been.
but that voter suppression game is strong.
Well, what they're saying is because so many people from California are moving to Texas. Blah 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 blah.
Oh, that's why it is.
Yeah. Let me see.
Yeah, I don't see anything yet.
So Laura Trump said that throughout the day they've been monitoring slow ballot counting in Milwaukee. She said that their legal team has learned that counting took place in the unsecured conditions and the city now has to start over. Yeah.
Milwaukee. So two our friends out there in Never Land. Uh, you notice you have Milwaukee, Detroit, Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. Yeah.
What's the theme?
Yeah,
What's the theme?
yeah. I think they know. I think they know.
Yeah.
And and they know what it is, but it just hurts them to say it. We know what it is.
Yeah. 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 Well, how many ways can you say it?
Yeah. And that's the thing. Just admit it. Like we can have a conversation, but we have to start with why do you think even last year, I mean the last election, Philadelphia, Milwaukee, Atlanta, Detroit, where else did they say? All the places that have a majority African American um, uh, uh, I can't think of what I want to say. Population.
population. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
And that's been the trope, right?
yeah,
That's been the
yeah,
trope. And actually that actually, believe it or not, that dynamic or that mindset that started way back during Reconstruction when Afro Americans were senators and things of that nature.
yeah,
Afro Americans always accused of cheating, stuffing ballot box, and things of that nature.
yeah,
Um, when in reality, if you're gonna look at if you're gonna look at history, uh, the only time an election was overthrown by a coup happened in North Carolina, and it wasn't African Americans that did it, right?
yeah. Wilmington. Yeah,
In Wilmington, yes,
yeah,
Wilmington,
yep,
yeah. So if if African Americans were to revolt or take up arms every time an election was decided because of cheating or because they were denied the right to vote, uh, or an election was made null and void because of disenfranchisement of African Americans, well,
yeah,
then every president from when the Reconstruction in Rutherford B. Hayes to Lyndon Baines Johnson, every election that would have been disqualified if we're using that standard.
yes,
But yeah, but it is amazing that what was once a taboo and a career ender is now becoming accepted speech mainstream. Because think about it, 10, 15, no, 15, 20 years ago, some of the statements that are coming out from that party or from him, those were career enders.
oh, correct. Yeah, yeah,
Right, yeah.
yeah,
So now what's happened now is that uh because of the vitriol, because of the nativist language, because of the xenophobic language, because of the bigoted language that comes from him and his surrogates, he's giving people license to say, "Oh, it's okay for me to say that. It's all right now. It's cool. You know, I have cover now." And that's the unfortunate part that we're getting to that space.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part. Yeah.
So
So
what else is
what
happening?
other
What else? Let me see. What else is happening in the world or in our country right now?
oh man, well first, man, I forgot, man, Quincy Jones.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, Quincy Jones.
Man, that man, one of the most prolific producers to ever live.
Oh,
Yeah,
they just called it.
but
I
he
guess Fox News called it that Josh Stein wins race for governor
oh well you know what look
on Fox News projects.
well you know they well Mark Robinson found out that he can't do what Trump do and expect the same results,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah, look,
Exactly.
they'll call it against Robinson.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, Robinson, yeah, they'll
It is
call it
funny.
against.
I was looking at the Good Liars, and they were interviewing some people in North Carolina, and
Uh,
they were saying that Mark Robinson is just a little too extreme, and that's like too extreme. Even more extreme than Trump, and that's like yeah, but we're not voting for Mark Robinson, so
no,
we'll
well,
see.
Mark Robinson found out that, like I said before, uh, as an African American man, no matter whether you're Republican or
Yeah,
not, uh, you can't get out there and say and do the things or try to emulate Trump and expect the same results when things go south.
Correct.
Because when
Correct.
things went south for Trump, they're not jumping ship on him.
No.
Because look, so what? Mark Robinson frequented some naughty sites and what like look at trends, whatever. What's that what he did? But
Y-
but look,
Yeah, it's
but Trump literally slept with a porn star while his wife was pregnant. So so uh Mr. Robinson was visiting the site. Mr. Trump was with the site.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you can't do that, man. So but yeah, yeah, Mark Robinson, uh here's the thing. If that would have not have come out against CNN, that story about those things he said about black Nazis, slavery, all those crazy things he said, do you think they would have jumped ship?
Well, I don't think he was going to win regardless because of some of the
Oh
other
yeah,
stuff
that's true.
that he said.
Yeah. And that's another thing. And this is a question, and I would like to ask some of my Republican friends, my moderate Republicans. I'm not talking about these MAGA wing nuts. They're not Republicans. They just hijack y'all party. But some of my Republican friends, it has to be frustrating because they're putting candidates up, right? That I don't think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think Mark Robinson's views reflect mainstream Republican thought. Now, maybe
No,
I'm wrong.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. Uh, I don't think I meant the lady, I meant Mo Green, who's running for the State Board of Education. I meant Michelle Morrow. They came down to an event here,
Hold on,
uh,
Michelle
put
Morrow is
on,
the one that's running against him, right?
yeah, running against Mo Green, yeah, for the
Yeah.
State Board of Education. That's one to watch too. Good gracious, that's one to watch. But nevertheless, I I wonder how mainstream Republicans feel when they keep putting these candidates up uh, that don't reflect not only reflect the values of their party, right, but don't reflect the values of the entire state as a whole. They just reflect the views of one small group of extreme people. So I don't understand how, and maybe somebody can help me understand how such a small minority of wing nuts, and I'll be to clarify, there are wing nuts on both sides. There are wing nuts, liberal and conservative wing nuts. The difference is the people at the top are embracing some and not others. But nevertheless, how do they reconcile uh, their party being hijacked by these extremists?
Um, I don't think they care.
Well, it's about power. As long as I get my judges, or as long as
Yeah,
I get my policies, it
exactly,
doesn't matter.
exactly.
Yeah,
But I think the bigger
because
question is what happens to the Republican Party if Trump loses tonight? Where do they go from there?
yeah, because they lost a lot of credibility.
Yeah.
Because I, see, some people have I call it willful amnesia, right? I remember after January 6th, right? I remember Mitch McConnell. I remember that speech that Leslie, what's his name? Graham, what's his name? South
Lindsey
Carolina.
Graham. Yeah.
Lindsey Graham gave. I'm through. I'm through. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We've had a good run, but you're wrong. You're wrong. That's what he said.
Yeah.
And then when he got to the airport and the maggots almost attacked him,
Mm-hmm.
he changed his tune. So it's hard for people. You lose credibility when you don't stand on your principles. When you will sacrifice your principles to appease someone, good or bad, it always going to come back full circle. And yes, and if Trump loses tonight, the Republican Party has a lot of soul searching to do. Um,
Well, who's on the? I
yeah,
mean, the thing is, who's on the bench? Because, like I say, a Mitt Romney couldn't win a Republican nomination in this environment now.
yeah, that's
Um,
true.
who else?
Yeah. Um,
Yeah,
Nick,
I'm trying to think. Who else? Who else do they
hey,
have on the bench?
Haley.
Yeah, no, Nikki Haley. She's sold her soul. Yeah,
Yeah, she's so yes, yes, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
You mean
And
Nimrata?
Nimrata, yeah, that's right. Nimrata,
Yeah.
yeah, because at the end of the day, remember when Vance, when his wife came to the forefront a little bit, and
Mm-hmm.
those racist attacks came out from the Republican Party on her, she slid right back to the background, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
did you see her at all um, campaigning for Donald Trump? I didn't see it.
no, of course not, of course not, because unfortunately, uh, there is a substantial uh, base of the Republican Party uh, that is still xenophobic, racist, and bigoted to the core, right?
Yeah.
It's there. I mean, is no doubt. And I was talking to a friend today. We were talking about the Democratic Republican parties, and I was saying the same thing about, you only have, your two choices, whatever, right? And they said, well, both sides has wing nuts, right?
Yeah.
There are wing nuts on the left side, on the Democrat side, and there are wing nuts on the Republican side. When I say wing nuts, I mean way out there, right? The only difference is that I don't see uh, Kamala Harris engaging, encouraging uh, the far those far extremes, right?
Yeah.
Or trying to bring them into the fold. You let the crazy stay out there. And I don't want to say crazies. I just say ideologues, whatever you want to have it.
Well, if you want to
But
believe that the Antifa is considered to be on the left, right?
yeah, yeah. And see, and here's the thing: Antifa is anarchist.
Yeah.
So anarchy means they don't care if you're Democrat or Republican, right? Definitions matter, right?
Yeah. Yes.
But but FBI and Homeland Security laid out the clear threats to democracy. They didn't say Antifa, right?
No. No.
They said right wing, violent, armed extremists on the right. The ones that Mr. Trump in that famous, infamous debate told to stand down and stand by, right? Yeah. So,
Well,
yeah,
I just thought about something. Let me
yeah.
hit all states. Is that you talked about January the 6th, right?
Hmm.
And we saw that with our own eyes. But people tried to
Well,
make us believe that we didn't see what we saw. that wasn't that it wasn't as bad as what we saw. It's like, man, come
yeah,
on. Come on.
yeah. People were literally walking through, walking through the Capitol building, defecating on desk,
Yeah.
urinating on desk, breaking through windows.
Yeah.
Uh, those who's the guy that's running against Josh Hawley? He
Uh
told him, "You're the mate." Told him, "I was there. I was ready to fight. You was hiding in the closet." right?
running away. He's one of the people that we saw running, you know,
Yeah,
running away on the video. So
yeah.
it's like, come on, bro.
So yeah, so yeah. But another thing, keep in mind, uh, that Trump said he will pardon those people if he's elected,
Yeah,
the ones on federal charges.
yeah.
But I have to get back uh, to the evangelicals. And when I say evangelicals, I'm not saying that all evangelicals. I'm not one to cast aspersions on the entire group. Of
Yeah.
course not. Uh, but another thing is you can't ignore the fact that there are people, right, who when they see it through religious lenses, they could justify doing or co-signing or acquiescing to some horrible things when it's filtered through or clean it. They try to clean it with religion.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. And and I want and I want to people will ask um, people will ask how is it that some Christians, right? Not all, because like I said, I'm not going to uh, castigate the entire group, or some evangelicals, how would they accept someone or accept the rhetoric, xenophobic, bigoted, racist, misogynistic? How can someone accept someone who says and does such things?
Yeah.
And I, I have to remind people or refresh recollection or educate. Um, we have to go back and look at the foundation, right? And the foundation, a lot of these southern denominations, and they were founded in the 1850s. You know why? Like when, when the Methodists, right? Like when the Methodists and Baptists, when they held their conventions and they said that, hey, slavery is evil. We should not condone this. It is not of God. The Southerners said, hey, no way. They went and founded their own denominations. So a lot of these Southern denominations were founded on white supremacy slavery.
Mm-hmm.
Now, why does this matter today? Right? Well, Let's fast forward to the 1960s, right? Uh, the civil rights movement, right? The civil rights movement was a black church movement, right? Uh, Abernathy, Martin Luther King, Fred Shellsworth, C.T. Vivian, Joseph Lowry, all massive giants in the clergy. A lot of the meetings were held at churches, right? A lot of the organizers were at churches with deacon boards, all these things, a lot of the fundraising, right? But here's the thing that history does a horrible job uh, letting us know, and I'm going to bring it home in a second,
Yeah. No,
is
we
that
listening.
opposition to the civil rights movement was a church movement as well, right? Uh, a lot of the organization and things of that nature, a lot of the Ku Klux Klan made up pulpits, made up deacon boards, things of that nature. Why am I saying this? Is that in a lot of these denominations, a lot of these churches, um, that mindset was already there,
Yeah.
right? And so when someone says that, when Donald Trump comes in and says "S-hole countries," or he says disparaging things about Afro Americans or Hispanic Americans or Muslim, anybody that people of color, anybody, those type of things, xenophobic, whatever you want to call it. Whenever you say those things, and it's readily accepted in these some of these religious circles, it's because that dynamic was already there. Um, because they pray and worship a version of God where that was already accepted, because your foundation is steeped in it, if that makes sense. So when they accept this language and saying they're being infested with these things, uh infested with Hispanics, whatever you want to call it, then yes, it's receptive because it's already there.
Yeah.
And if that makes sense, Ant.
No, no, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah,
Um, let's see if we have anything.
yeah.
Let's see.
People may not like me saying that, but go look it up. It's true. Yeah. The Klan used to recruit in churches. The Christian
Uh,
Knights of the Ku Klux Klan used to
yeah,
recruit in churches. Yeah.
yes.
Um, Spectacle lynchings were held on Sunday. After church, people would go out by the thousands to watch
Hmm.
people get lynched, right?
Yeah, got
So
pictures of it.
pictures of it, yes, yes. After church. So look, so we think that we had a couple of a Civil Rights Act, a Voting Rights Act, and all this. Like, you think laws don't change the heart of man?
No.
Civil Rights Act was passed in what, 1965? Uh, if you were a racist in 1964, you're gonna be a racist in 1966 after the Civil Rights Act was passed,
Oh, you
right?
mean the first one, right? You talking about the first one or the
The
second
first
one?
one, yeah, yeah. The first, I know the first one was 1800. Sometimes, yeah, but the point I'm trying to make is that uh, laws is not going to change a person's mindset. That's all I'm saying. Leroy made look, Leroy gonna bring it home. Leroy said
Yeah.
there is a difference between being religious and being a Christian. Being a Christian means to be like Christ. Last I checked, God is love, so most evangelicals are not true representation. All right, boom, there you have it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Look, shout, shout, shout out to my man Leroy Johnson. Yeah, let me tell you about
Yeah.
Leroy, man.
Yeah. Tell me about Leroy. Go ahead.
Look, look. So me and Leroy Johnson. Hope you don't mind me saying, we go back all the way to 1990, freshman year, seventh floor, Charter University.
Oh wow, that is way
So
back.
yeah, way back. So yeah, Leroy was the his room. Everybody went there to get help with their math.
Everybody. Oh, say that. I'm sorry. Say that again.
Everybody went to Leroy's room to get help with math.
Oh, he was.
Le- Leroy was a resident math genius
Oh, I
uh,
got you.
on the hall. So
Oh.
everybody went there to get help. Roy, I need some help with derivatives and parabolas. can, can you help me out? What we got? But Leroy, you're exactly right, man. Thanks. Evangelicalism does not mean Christian. You're exactly right. Precisely. So what we got, man?
Yeah, I mean it's still pretty early. I mean, I'm still interested to see how they called North Carolina uh, for Josh Stein. So that makes me wonder if Kamala Harris is running. Donald Trump wins Florida. So they just called that
All right.
for
Okay.
Associated Press. So
All
Florida
right.
is off.
So Trump winning Florida, is that a surprise?
No.
So so what states have Kamala won so far?
Um, let's see. Looks like Vermont, Maryland, Connecticut, Rhode Island, um, Massachusetts. Yeah. No
Okay.
surprises.
No
No surprises
surprises,
yet.
no surprises,
Yeah.
no surprises at all. Uh I think, has Iowa been called?
Iowa, the results is expected around 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Okay.
Yeah.
I think the telltale sign is probably going to be North Carolina.
Yeah.
I think there was a reason why there was so much money and time by both parties put in North Carolina. Uh, the polls are closed, and I'm still getting text. So yeah,
The
so
polls
there's
are
a reason
closed
why all that was.
in are you talking about in duplicate? Oh, you're still getting texts from people reaching out in North Carolina.
Yeah, what?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I got my last one at seven. Hold up, I got my last one at 7:58. Let's see, James. James, this will be our last volunteer recruitment text of the cycle. Promise. They said promise. But there are a few hours left before polls close. Right. Yeah. So I will say um, I haven't seen a ground game this relentless since the Obama ground game in 2008.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Not much going on.
Leroy, how's it going with the family, man? Which state, which state right now do you think could be a shocker? I'm a write mine right here and see if we thinking the same thing. Hold on, let
Well,
me write it
it's
down right quick.
well, I think the biggest shock, if you believe that poll that came out of Iowa that had Kamala Harris winning by 3%. So
Oh, well, here's the thing. The the lady who, oh, that's good, man. The lady who's doing that poll, uh, she is a meticulous and legendary pollster.
yeah,
And if I'm not mistaken, she's actually gotten it right on the percent. Like if she predicted someone's gonna win by this many percent of the vote, she was on point every election. The only one she got wrong was in Iowa was when John Kerry ran against Bush, and even there she was 1 percentage point off.
yeah,
So the reason why that is such a big deal is because she's right all the time, and then when she's wrong by a slither. So if that holds serve, that could be a bellwether moving forward.
yeah. It's
But
gonna be interesting.
yeah, but my shocker would probably be Texas.
Uh,
I'm talking for the Senate seat,
for the Senate
not for
seat.
president, for the Senate
Okay,
seat.
okay,
For the Senate, no, not for no. I'm talking about for that Senate seat. I
okay.
think
Because I'm about to say.
yeah, no, ain't that no, y'all trying to bet y'all get our money on that one. Nah,
I
for
don't
the
think we're
Senate
there
seat,
yet.
nah. I think it'll be a civil war for real if that happens.
Yeah. Hold on for 1 second. I'm trying to.
Okay, yeah.
What do you think about Elon Musk and his? I can you imagine? Can you imagine if there was a? Hold on. Let's see. Let's see what's going on.
Look, what do I need to do? What do I need to do to get what do I need to do to get hold up, get that $1 million?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, what you got?
Hold on. I'm looking at why. I'm just looking at Twitter right now. Just
Okay.
yeah, it's not much going on.
Yeah. Is there a is there a watch which watch party do you think would be good?
Let me see. I don't know because I was having trouble bringing it up.
Or with the sound?
Yeah, let me try again. Let me try to go on YouTube and see if that helps.
Okay. Got it?
No, I had to figure out. Um, I have to figure out what's happening. Let's see. So they did call Florida,
Okay.
and I'm also looking to see what's happening in.
Leroy says he saw someone in Arizona believe is suing Elon Musk. Okay.
Let's see. Trying to figure out how I can do this.
Well, what's up?
Well, it's something going on with the sound, and it may just be. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's user error. So
I'm looking. No, I belong to a group chat in my fantasy league. That's actually must see TV.
what'd you say?
No, it's a no. Look at my. It's a group chat that's I have. It's about 12 guys that's in our fantasy league,
Oh,
and we kind of go at it a little bit with politics and all that good stuff. So we just have fun with each other. So that kind of
who
caught me off guard a little bit.
who's winning
Yeah.
the fantasy league?
Well, I was the only undefeated team. I was 8-0 in until this week. Uh, I got beat. My brother-in-law Jason, he beat me by 1 point.
He beat you by one
Uh,
point.
1 point. Yeah, that's like. And what happened? My two wide receivers, CeeDee Lamb and Drake from uh, Atlanta, got hurt. That kind of did me in. Yeah, but I've had the most dominant team thus far. But yeah, I lost by 1 point. I'm surprised my brother-in-law didn't t text me talking junk to me. Yeah,
Okay, I'm trying
what
to
we
let me
got?
see. Well, I'm trying to see what's going on with the sound. What's so funny?
He's got, I'm laughing at these
What happened?
guys. No, no, we having fun, man. Another said somebody said the black Nazi is gone.
Oh,
No, I'm sorry. Look, I'm not gonna read these guys. These
where did he
guys.
go?
Well, I guess he lost, right? He lost. Um, yeah. They were talking about the results. They project that he lost and everything. So I ain't gonna mess with these boys. Let me put this phone down. I ain't gonna mess with these boys. You fix it?
No,
Okay.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on.
Okay.
Let's see. Trying to see what's happening in Georgia. Georgia is at 43%.
So, mhm.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening. I can't. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't get the sound to work.
Uh, it'd be cool to follow that. Let's see here.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm interested to see what's going to happen with Pennsylvania also.
Yeah. Well, that's well, according to reports, law enforcement is on the way down to Philadelphia in what's that, Montgomery County to
Yeah. Hey, can you hear me? Okay.
massive. Yeah, I hear you. Okay.
Okay.
I hear. Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, yeah.
All right. Let me switch over to YouTube and see. Let's see what's happening.
Okay. Hey, bear with us. We're trying to.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear
Uh,
you.
but you can't hear the music.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Can you hear it?
I can hear it, but it's not. Let me see. Sound settings.
And,
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on.
okay, that's
But
cool.
but let me mute this. I mute it, and then we can.
Oh, so okay. And like I said, man, that's.
What'd you
I
say?
wish sometimes I wish we people had a more uh nuanced view of politics. And George Washington, he had it right when his farewell address, when he warned against the forming of political parties.
Yeah.
Uh, everything that he said would happen was going to happen. Uh, Sectional divisions, uh, loyalty to party over country, all these things he said in his farewell address. Um, and this is where we are. Uh, Personally, we, if a four party system would be good because it'll make people honest.
Yeah. Um.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I agree. I don't disagree with that. Um.
yeah.
So
I
I
mean,
I want to talk about something. You know how sometimes they show a picture of the map, uh, and they
mhm,
show how the majority of the map is red, with the exception of some of the coastal uh, some of coastal um, the coastal states.
Oh, you broke up a little bit on me.
I said, you notice how, like, if you look at this map, most of the time when you look at the map, it's
Uh-huh.
red. Uh, Exception of, the coastal states, California, Washington, the
Yeah,
Pacific Northwest, and then the Northeast. Um, and I look at that, and a lot of people share that and say they don't understand that land doesn't vote, people vote.
yeah,
They look at it and they
precisely.
say, "Go ahead."
No, no, precisely, precisely. Like, when I go home, right? I cut through Trenton,
Yes,
uh, go 41, right? There's a stretch where maybe I'll see in a 10-mile stretch maybe five houses,
yes,
right? Those five houses, 10 votes, right?
yes,
But you time out 10 miles, whatever, how many square miles, whatever, is all red. You're right. Land don't vote.
yes.
Populations vote.
Population vote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why if you look at, if you look when Obama won North Carolina in 2008, right? Uh, the areas were mostly red, right?
Yeah.
But the population centers moved today. So yeah, I think that is a misnomer, and I still don't think people understand what you just said though. You might need to break it down again.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on for a second. I'm trying to
Okay.
find a nice little map that illustrates it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Yeah. And another thing, one thing, and I'm not gonna assume also another thing, Ed, I'm not gonna assume that everybody knows how the electoral college works.
yes.
Yeah, that's another thing. Because a lot of people say, well, I'm not going to vote because I don't elect the, I'm not going to vote because I don't choose the president. The electoral college choose the presidents, right?
Yes.
Um, yeah, and so you'll be amazed at how many people uh, will not vote for that specific reason, right? Um,
I found it right here.
but you found it, okay?
Yeah. So here's an example of the 2020 election. And so if you look at, they have it by land. Because if you really didn't know, you would look at this and you will be like, how in the world was it close, right?
Yeah.
And then when
See,
you add the, go ahead.
and that also helps feed a narrative of the conspiracy theories and the cheating, right?
Yes,
Uh, because look at all this here and that little bit of blue, but here's the thing: if how many people live in Charlotte? What's the population in Charlotte?
oh, I'm not sure.
What's the or population of Wake County? Yeah, I don't want to give any wrong information out here. Hold
Let
up.
me see. I'm trying to find Duplin County.
I think we
50,000.
50,000.
Oh, there we go. We
All
can do
right.
it that way.
Charlotte has 900,000. 2003 after 2023, Charlotte has 911,000 people. Right. 900,000 people. Right.
What county is
I
Charlotte in?
live
Is that
here
Mecklenburg?
in Mecklenburg County. Right.
Okay.
So if Charlotte has 900,000 people, I live here uh, in Duplin County. If I went east, Jones County, uh, Pender County, let's go west, Craven County, Bertie County, whatever, you wouldn't get 900,000 people.
No. So here's
So it's
Mecklenburg
more,
County as of 2020.
yeah, huh?
This is
Now the
Mecklenburg
whole,
County as of 2020.
yeah. I just said Charlotte, but I know you're saying
Yeah.
I don't know how much it's counted, but the point I'm trying to make is that you got the whole this part we call down east. It's more people that probably live in Charlotte by itself
Yeah.
than live in about 5 or 6 counties here that's all red,
Yeah.
right? So that's why that's why that, like you said before, it's a good point. That is a misrepresentation. Uh-oh. Roger, my man Roderick said, I'm gonna have to send you a North Carolina State shirt. What Roderick talking about North Carolina State shirt? That's that's my
You know,
man Rod. You Rod, that's his mom go to Rock Ring Church, man. They went to Rock Ring Church.
uh, I had to think of who that is. But Junior, let me just show you real
Uh,
quick. Let me show you something real quick. Are
okay.
you looking at the screen?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
So this is just the land, but then this is the population where people
Okay.
actually live. So it gives you a different perspective.
Oh, oh, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
So, so the gray is where people don't live.
Eh, this is what leads me to believe when you look at this, when you look at the land compared to where people live.
And
Yeah.
explain that to the people again, man. Explain that to the people again.
Well, land doesn't vote. People vote.
Huh? So,
Yeah.
so when you see
And it,
these map that's all red, it doesn't mean that people live there. So what you're saying here is this here is the action where people live at.
this is where people live at. This is just the land.
Okay. Population. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you do it that way, people versus land, then it might be a I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gives
Yeah,
a.
what's
I
up?
mean, just looking at the eye test, it looks like, man, and yeah. So it's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
This is where majority of people live at.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't think Roderick. That's all right. And remember Jasper on the bass? Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, I remember Jasper. Yeah.
Just Jasper nephew.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, Miss Angela's son.
All right. Let's see what's happening.
But they were little when we left though.
Georgia's up to 52%.
Who's that?
Georgia.
Hold up, I think you need to get by. And hold up a second, man. Tan need to get by right six. I got a
All right.
block. Yeah, we on live. I mean, oh, excuse me.
Let's see what's happening in Pennsylvania. Oh, it's only 8%.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah.
What we got?
Still relatively early.
You not seeing anything on Twitter?
No.
Yeah, Roger already cast his vote. I think he's in our fantasy league too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his team not doing too well though. I think I've already beat him.
I'm trying to see what's happening in North Carolina.
Yeah, I wish you had your sound, man.
Yeah, I'm thinking that it may be something dealing with copyright.
Oh, you sure? Okay.
I don't think that it's legal to broadcast another broadcast because most of the videos
Oh,
that I get from TikTok, it kind of shows that. So I'm not sure if it's legal.
okay. So it won't let you do live.
Uh, I don't think so.
Okay.
Oops,
I'm trying to see if there any hold up.
didn't want to do that. So Florida just wasn't even close.
Really?
91% reporting, 56% to 43%. And then they
Wow.
also, yeah, they rejected, um, they rejected
But
the ballot initiative to make marijuana legal, and then also the 14%.
hey, watch those races where um where abortion restrictions are
Well,
on the ballot.
it was on the ballot in Florida,
Oh wow.
so it was defeated.
So what was defeated?
The to enshrine abortion rights to make abortion legal, so it was defeated.
To make it legal. It was
Yeah.
defeated. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's do you think overall, though I know it was defeated in Florida, but do you think overall uh, that's gonna have an impact? A lot of people saying it is. Does it have an impact on this election?
Um, I think Florida has always been an anomaly, with the exception of when Barack Obama won it, and I think he won it in 2000. Hold on, did he win it in 2008 or 2012? I think it was only 2008.
2008, 2008. Yeah,
Yeah,
and it was by a razor thin margin.
yeah. Okay, so this is interesting that Angela also broke. She won the Maryland Senate election. She defeated Larry Hogan.
Uh-oh. Larry Hogan, he was the governor, wasn't he? Republican governor?
Yes, and that's one thing I never understood is why someone would go from being the governor, executive of the state, to being a senator, to being a junior senator. I don't
Uh,
understand that.
you- you'll be well, kind of like we had somebody who went from being president to being in the House of Representatives, John Quincy Adams,
I don't remember
or
that.
you had,
Yeah, you,
yeah, I mean, we were on the live where
yeah,
William Howard Taft, he went from being president to uh, Supreme Court justice. Yeah, yeah. So, but sometimes it's about the power. You know.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, is that a flip or a game?
It's a hold.
A hold. Okay.
Yeah, because I think
Was it
what was his name? Um, someone retired in Maryland.
okay?
Yeah, so it was a hold.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know, man. This is I'm just curious to see what time you say I will close.
Hour hasn't closed yet. It says that results are expected around 9 o'clock.
Yeah, that's gonna be the bellwether. That
Yeah,
might be the one that kind of uh possibly. I'm not making any predictions. Uh, Possibly could be a bellwether. Let's see if the lady poster got it correct.
yeah. I'm still interested how what's going on with North Carolina. So I'm wondering if Stein is running ahead or behind Kamala Harris.
Well, see, North Carolina is an anomaly uh,
Yeah,
because we because remember Roy Cooper, normally how it goes is that whoever's at the top of the ticket, it flows down, right?
yeah,
But North Carolina clearly uh, voted Roy Cooper in, right, and voted for Trump. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
And then, if you recall, when Roy Cooper won the first time, uh, what did the Republicans do? They held when they had
yeah. They did that
supermajority
power grab. Yeah.
power grab, and they stripped the governor of a lot of powers.
Hmm.
And so, and that's why, that's how it works. So, unfortunately, what do you think about all these Republican challenges and lawsuits that's popping up?
Well, I think it's to muddy the water.
Yeah,
I mean, it gives you the illusion of again. Um, I think what was his name? Danya Perry said it, and you said it
yeah,
earlier. You alluded to it earlier that if you don't know
yeah.
how something works, everything is a conspiracy.
It's a conspiracy theory. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
So
and then activate willful ignorance,
yeah.
activate cognitive dissonance, right?
Hmm.
Because when the last election, if you recall, um, when those 60 some lawsuits went up, right,
Yeah.
and lost every single one, you could not convince some of these people. Then then the judge was appointed by a liberal,
Yeah. Yeah. It
and
never
then
ends. Yeah.
and then you say, well, no, this was a Trump appointee. Most of the laws are Trump appointee, right? Oh, they're a rhino. They betrayed him, right? So, as my as Samuel Clemens or as Sam Clemens or AKA Mark Twain once said, there is no amount of evidence that will convince an idiot.
Correct. Correct.
So, that's why I don't waste any time trying to engage in the process. Yeah.
And I
Well, I
think
wish you
also
could
what's
have some.
interesting is when after President Biden dropped out of the race, no one talked about age again.
Oh, of course not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because clearly, Mr. Trump's age was clearly on display, right? Uh, yeah, it clearly. But like I said before, like I said, that's not going to convince anybody to change out the way. So
Let's
you
see.
can't even get your TikTok up there.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Well, what do you hold up? Hold up.
Hold on real quick. Let me try real quick and see if I can.
Okay.
I really do think it has something to do with hold on, let's see.
I will say that the turnout has been good.
Let's see.
And I saw the thing you sent me. So somebody might win $1 million.
Yeah, but I ain't putting that out there like that though. Yeah,
Oh,
I
I
know people
got you.
crazy.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
got you saying.
Yeah. But yeah, 25%
That,
chance.
that's huh?
I said 25% chance, so we'll see.
Those some good odds right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. My bad. Well, I'm glad you say that.
Yeah. Hold on.
Come on, Iowa.
Let's see. I want to see what's happening in Wayne County.
Man, they called it for Stein early, didn't they?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Yeah.
Yeah, they called it for Stein early. But like I said, North Carolina definitely has a history. Uh, the president and governor, they'll vote different parties, so sometimes that's a misnomer. Because like I said before, they voted for Roy Cooper and voted for Trump, and we voted for Biden and voted for Cooper again. So that's not a yeah.
That's interesting. Even here in Wayne County, which always, for the most part, um,
Oh what?
goes with the
Oh,
Republicans.
where's that?
This is
Which
Wayne
which
County,
county is that?
my county, Wayne.
Yeah. And look how close it was. Look how many people voted for Mark Robinson. I mean, you know what?
But he didn't. Yeah, he
You see
didn't
the
win
group.
in Wayne County, which is interesting.
Yeah, he didn't win. He did win Wayne County, but you know what?
He didn't.
Yeah. Oh, he did. Check out Duplin County.
Hold on for one
Check out
second. Give
my
me.
county.
Yeah, give me one
Yeah.
second.
Yeah, give me some of those. Oh, that's yeah, I knew Jimmy Dix would probably win. Hear those names ring a bell? You know any of those guys or
Yeah, I know the
ladies?
majority. Yeah, I know the majority of them.
Yeah,
You said Duplin County?
yeah. I would not be surprised if Robinson won Duplin County.
Well, it doesn't look like they have anything showing right now. Let me see. They haven't reported anything. What'd you say?
No, I mean these peanuts. Hope it's not picking up the sound. Not picking up.
Yeah, just mute your mic when you're doing it.
Okay.
Let's see. We'll wait for Iowa to come through and see what's happening. But North Carolina,
Yeah,
I'm
that's the.
surprised. It doesn't show what's outstanding.
What's that, Raleigh?
Yeah, but it's not showing where the votes are outstanding yet. Let me see what's happening.
If 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 Kamala Harris was to win tomorrow, that's if or win or be declared the winner, and Donald Trump decides not to concede, do you think there's a chance for violence?
Well, um, I'm not sure. I mean, it's possible that
Yeah,
he's going to try to claim victory tonight, but we'll see. Let's
he
see.
did.
I mean, and people shouldn't be surprised even if Trump wins. I mean, I don't want people to wake up in the morning and be like, yeah, it's still possible.
Yeah, I mean, precisely, precisely. I think Missouri just went for Trump, or
Yeah,
has
like I
already
said,
went
it's
for
no
Trump.
Yeah, there's no surprises yet. That's the
This is
thing.
surprise there. It's these battleground states.
Yeah, 63% in Georgia. So I think we'll wait around for an hour for a little bit, but I'm gonna call it a night in a little bit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's just still interesting um
yeah,
that they're calling in bomb threats. It's just really interesting.
yeah.
Uh,
Well, and so and basically, so if voted, but those people have to have a chance to vote. But what happens is when you call in the bomb threat
Yeah.
in a razor thin election, and the lines are already long, how many may decide to go back home, right? Because
Well, it. I mean, it's
remember,
possible, but you
yeah,
know,
Cheryl Beasley lost the Senate seat by 400 some votes.
yeah.
So that goes to show you.
Let's see. Still haven't seen anything about Texas. Let me go to the. I'm just really interested in this Senate seat. 53% reporting.
So those colors must denote how far they're in the process.
Well, yeah, it just shows who's winning. Who's winning right now? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's a slow process, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely a weight game.
They lost one seat. I'm not. I wonder whose seat was lost.
Who's that?
Well, it says that gained one seat, lost one seat. I don't know where. Oh, I know where. Uh,
We're talking about Senate.
Missouri.
Okay.
Not no, not Missouri. Uh,
Montana.
no. West Virginia. West
Mention.
Virginia because
What?
Manchin didn't run for reelection.
But that don't count anyway because Mansion.
Yeah, but he was still.
Yeah,
It
you're
don't
right.
count. But
Yeah,
yeah,
because yeah, that's what we're saying. Well, where was the gain at?
there was no game. The
Okay.
Republicans gained one. They gained that seat.
Yeah. You kind of saw that one coming.
Yeah.
Oh, there my boy Tony. What's up, Tony? My boy Tony, Tony Peters, uh, New Bern. You
Yeah, I know
still,
Tony Peters.
yeah,
He sent me a
he's,
message today. Yeah, hey, I appreciate that.
yeah, yeah. He out of Charlotte.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it down in your part of town, Tony? How's the, I forgot what's the name of the town you in, Tony? Oh my goodness. Oh, what's the name of your area? Yeah,
So there were more bomb threats in Pennsylvania now.
bomb threats in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, what's going to happen is that's going to be a copycat thing because once it's a bomb threat, you got to shut it down. And
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Waxhaw, that's right, Waxhaw. Man, yeah, man, I forgot, man. It's been about 3 years since we visited, man. We had fun. We gotta get back down there, man.
Ask Tony if you want to come on and talk with us.
Hey, Tony, you want to jump on? You want to jump on and talk with us, man?
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
see.
yeah. Send him a link. You can jump on with us, man, if you want to. Yeah, yeah.
Let's see.
Hey, let me know if you want to come on in. Yeah.
Montana.
Hey, there, click on that link right there.
What'd you say?
If they want to come on there, just click on that link.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm about to call it a night.
Oh, he said, he got to talk to dog. You got to take the dog out for a walk. That's
Yeah.
about what you got to do. Well, let's see if they call Iowa and call it a night.
Well, I know they. Let me see. Results expected soon. Okay, we'll see what happens.
Okay. Look like some more. Well, like New York came in. That New York,
Yeah, that's not surprising.
real not surprising. Tennessee. My daughter, she sent her. Our youngest daughter sent her thing, and she voted in Tennessee today. I gotta see what the other ones did. I haven't heard from them. Now, did Camille, was she vote absentee?
Yeah.
Okay. So you haven't seen anything about Texas?
What? What? No. What do you mean?
I mean, not Texas. I mean Iowa. My bad, Iowa.
No, I'm looking. I haven't seen anything.
Okay, man.
Let's see.
If they call it, look, if they call it, well, whatever they call, maybe you can jump back on whatever they call.
Yeah, we can.
I, I,
We can do. Yeah, I don't have no issue doing that.
yeah, have a if they call it, uh, we can have a reaction.
Well, they're not gonna. Well, it's only 1% reporting right now, so it's a minute before hour.
Oh,
Yeah.
1%? Man, well, what in the world?
Yeah, they come in slow.
Yeah, you would think. And sometimes I think some of these states, like for instance, like Georgia intentionally waited. Remember last year, Georgia intentionally waited uh to report the last ones at the end. Remember that?
Say that
The
again.
the put remember last year, last election when Georgia waited for Fulton County, they held it to the very last one, so they'll be the ones to put your boy
Oh
over.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, sure was.
Well, look, man.
Huh,
Let's plan to call it right now, man, and then we'll reconvene
huh.
if something happens.
All right. Well, if they call it for, well, if something crazy happens, then yeah, just you'll get back on.
All
All
right.
right.
All
All
right.
right. I'll check you out, man.
Later.
All right. Peace.